to model a search in ProQuest to look at using search terms. So I'm going to use the terms right on my research question, which is up here on the page. Removal of microplastics from water. I'm not going to write the small words, just like in Google. They don't make that big of a difference. And let's see, filtering. I'm just going to see what's out there before I get too detailed in my question. If you used all the words in here, each word would be searched, so you might get very little in terms of results. So it looks at each word as if there's an and between it. So removal and microplastics and water and filtering. So it's looking for something that has all of those. So I've gotten 55 results. So the first one's about contamination of surface water. That's not really about filtering or citizen science. Maybe there's some sort of filtering there. So asking how are the citizen scientists filtering. So there might be content within somebody else's study about what tools they use, which would maybe they refer to researchers that they are got their information on how to use certain tools. So within an article you can find good information. I'm also going to check on subject here. Water pollution might be good. These are not listed alphabetically, which is frustrating. Fibers, I'm looking for maybe fibers and microfibers, like unless that's the pollution. I was assuming that that was the filter, but it probably is the, I don't know. So I don't know much about any of these topics, so it's kind of tricky, but I'd be looking for words that they're using in their study. So so here it is, microplastics identified as microfibers. So that might be another term to search. So filtering microfibers. I'm going to take out removal because that could apply to much more than microplastics. So let's see if that gets us more results that are more related to what we're looking for. I'm also going to take these filters out here so we can see the full results rather than going back to the whole page. And I still want these. Removal of microplastics from the environment, a review. So whoa, I want that. So it's probably talking about different tools and strategies. I'm also looking at these related items on the side. These are the topics of this article, and they're all over the place. So it's really not specific to filtering water, but it's still, I still feel like it could be very useful. This looks like it's not the full article, which is kind of interesting. Only the abstract. So if I really wanted this article, I would, and it's not available here, I would copy down the author's name and look in other databases for research that this person has done. I would also look at names of people that they refer to. Yes, see, this is not clicked. So I got the abstract only, which can be really frustrating if an article looks really good. Contamination of tap water. So I'm wondering how they are seeing that contamination. They must be using some filters to find it. So I might look and see where did they get that information. There's my same citizen science article. So where am I? I'm at 55. 55 results. I might even try this. Water filtering. When you use quotes, you're really looking for that exact phrase, so too specific. So I went down. So I'm going to open that up. Let's try, I went back to removal somehow too. Microplastics, water filter, and I might use some of the materials that I looked at in my, how did I get so narrow by putting water filters? So that's not going to work. Often that really helps you and clarifies what you need. So wanted to show you one other thing. Here, when you pull this down, these are controlled language that they use. So here is the database is telling me some controlled language to use, freshwater microplastics. So this is not ocean. This is freshwater, and I didn't even think of sorting out which type of ocean it was. So maybe there's some terminology in there. So what I might want to try also using some more filtering tools here. So freshwater microplastics. What was the other one? There's a drop down in its menu. So microplastics. These are, you can see, these are controlled language that researchers use related to the beginning of what I've typed. So you can also use those terms in there. And finally, I wanted to say, if you love your search term, there's one that's good. Say this one. Say this brought up things that were really useful to you and you want to get this kind of information sent to you. You can save this search and create an alert, and then it will email you the information. You do have to create a login to do that, but it's super easy. If you have questions, feel free to ask a librarian.